Greetings and salutations, everyone. This is Tamo Shanter. Obviously, this is an update and not a game, though I am rendering video currently for Myth Survival Season 2, Episode 5. So I'll be able to post that up at some point today and be on Friday and be on Key. Just want to say that everything went. My big dog is out there rolling around on his... He's rolling on his back and acting crazy. And he rolls on his back, it means he's happy. I don't know why that's his thing, but it is. So, sometimes he barks and growls while he's doing that. I don't know what he's happy about right now. Just happy in general, I guess. Anyway, the surgical thing went really good. Yesterday I don't have... I have pain, but it's not, I was expecting... Now we're in the second day. I was kind of not expecting a lot of pain yesterday, but today, of course, we're not very far into the day, as we're about 24, probably not even 24, close to 24 hours post-procedure, but not quite, because I was just arriving there about this time yesterday, which is 10:28 a.m., just so you know. That's the current time. There's pain, like, it's mostly when I try to bend my elbow. Bending is bad. But that was the case before as well. I was trying to eat soup last night, and I had to, like, lift it high, my spoon, and then, like, really reach in with my head because I couldn't bend my arm, or bend my elbow enough to get my spoon close to my head. And yes, I probably could have changed hands, but that would have been weird. I am ambidextrous, right hand dominant, but there are things that I just don't do with my left hand. And eating food is one of those things that I don't do with my left hand. I write with both hands. I can throw with both hands, shoot baskets with both hands, shoot a pistol with both hands. But yeah, eat soup, no. That's absolutely ridiculous, I know. And today I had pizza for breakfast. Because I'm a third shifter, and even though I didn't work last night, I generally tend to eat not breakfast food for breakfast. So I had a little pizza for breakfast. And I had to cut the damn thing with my left hand, and that was weird. My left hand is not coordinated at using the pizza cutter thing. I actually had to turn the pan in a certain way so I could it was ridiculous, but it worked. It worked, but it was ridiculous because there's no way I can put enough pressure on a pizza cutter with my surgeried hand to cut it. But yeah, I don't have as much pain as I thought I would. Honestly, they told me that, it was going to be very painful, and it might still become that way. The only time that I had a lot of pain yesterday was I must have slept. I slept with it out straight. And I was laying on my right side, and it's my right elbow that I had fixed. So I had my arm straight out from my body while I was laying on my side. And I don't know if I just slept in that position too long, or if it was a position, I don't know what happened. But when I woke up, I was like, oh, holy hell, there we are. Wow. But within like 2 minutes, that pain went away. So it must have just been I slept in that position too long, and I didn't like it. I have a sleeve on right now, which they told me to bring a sleeve, like a compression sleeve, and I had bought one previously to them even saying anything, because I thought that if I put a compression sleeve on it, that it would help. Just because, when you have a joint injury of any kind, whether it's tendonitis or ligament sprains, whatever, or arthritis even, if you put some kind of a compression thing on there, brace or whatever, and limit its movements, it helps. It didn't help because my tendonitis was so bad that even touching my skin, I have golfer's elbow. That's where my tendonitis is, on the inside of my elbow, on the bottom, and on the inside, not on the outside of the elbow. But yeah, it's really bad. Was really bad. Hopefully this fixed it. And so when I put the sleeve on, even just touching my actual skin, because my tendonitis was so aggravated, just touching my skin hurt my elbow, my tendonitis. So putting on a compression sleeve, which was squeezing my skin, no, that was very uncomfortable, and that had, so, I bought it and I was like, well, shit, I can't even use it. But I do have tendonitis also in the other elbow, so I figured if nothing else, I could use it for that one. So I had already had this thing, and they, do the procedure, which I was awake and looking at the monitor, and they were getting ready to do stuff, setting things up, and I was looking at like the heart, boop, 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 boop. And strange thing, they put the blood pressure cuff on my calf, and they did that because they had poked me like several times trying to find a vein, because all my good veins are in my right arm, and they couldn't use that one. I have scrawny veins in my left arm, and they actually had to use the ultrasound machine to find a vein that they could poke, but they'd already poked me twice before that. I have several bruises where I got jabbed, and the biggest one is the one that actually found a vein. So yeah, but it's gotten up to the point where it was encroaching upon blood pressure cuff area, so they moved the blood pressure cuff down to my calf, which was weird. I've never had that before. But I had the blood pressure cuff on my calf. I had the IV stuck in me. I have a nasal cannula with oxygen, and my arm was on a table. And I had the pulse ox thing on my finger, and I was just watching the boop 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 of the heartbeat, and watching that monitor, because I had the little monitors on my chest, obviously, for the heart. And then the next thing I knew, I was in my room. It was already done. I was like, okay, and very sleepy, and they wouldn't leave me alone, and I just wanted to sleep, and I wasn't grumpy, but I just wanted them to leave me alone because I was so tired. And then they gave me some soda and some water and some Cheez-Its. So I probably sound like a hog eating those Cheez-Its, because I'm barely conscious. And I didn't think I was hungry until I put one Cheez-It in my mouth, and then I was suddenly like ravenous. And I was like shoveling. I probably shouldn't have been. I probably should have had somebody watching me, because I wasn't entirely functional. And I am shoving Cheez-Its in for all they're worth. And I'm like, I can hear myself chomping. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Smack, 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 smack. And I'm like, oh, sweet Jesus, I should probably stop that. But I couldn't. I was just like, Cheez-Its, yeah. So I just demolished that little bag of Cheez-Its, and then I drank all of my soda, and then I drank all of my water because I was so freaking thirsty. And then they made me put clothes back on. Well, my shirt. They let me keep my pants on and everything, because they're not in there very long. And the surgery doesn't take very long. I think 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes, somewhere around there. And then recovery took much longer just because I was so stinking tired. And so I put my shirt back on, took the little gown off, put my shirt back on, and they said I should sit on the bed, and then it was going to be 20, 30 minutes before my dad could get there to come get me. And I said, can I please lay back down? They're like, oh, sure, no problem, because I was going to literally fall off that bed if I stayed sitting. So I curled back up on the bed and took my blanket and went nighty-night till my dad got there. And basically I would like to say I slept all day, but I didn't. I came home and I sat on the patio with my dogs, my mom, and so I was very fluffy-headed. So I was just sitting there, talking to my mom, talking to the dogs, and chow time is when it got bad, because I was still really, really fluffy-headed. Not like lightheaded. It's hard to describe. I didn't feel like lightheaded or dizzy, but just fluffy. Like there was nothing but air in between my ears. And I was hungry, so we had supper. After I ate, I felt sick. I mean, I shouldn't have eaten much. I shouldn't have probably eaten much, and I just like moshed, And as soon as I got done eating, I was like, uh-oh, I don't feel so good. And I knew it was the anesthesia. I knew because of the fluffy headedness that it was just the anesthesia still hanging out with me. So I came downstairs to my humble living room downstairs, and my mom lives with me. My mom lives upstairs. I live downstairs. That's basically how that works. So I came back down here with my puppies into my cave and sprawled out on my couch, which is a futon, which is made into a bed because I share my couch with all my puppies. So, yeah, I turned on some YouTube videos and watched YouTube videos and fell asleep and off and on. Watched various things, slept through various YouTube videos. I watched a couple clear through, but I had a really difficult time staying awake. And then I went to bed and slept all night. So that's pretty much how that works. I think we're done rendering a video. I've got that video ready to put up, so I'm going to go ahead and put this one up. Thanks for thinking of me and keeping me in your thoughts, because I know there was some of that going on. I'm hoping this turns out well. It's going to really drive me crazy that I can't game for like 2 weeks. I'm going to try to game today, maybe play some Sims 2, because it's the only game I can think of that is that almost everything is done with a mouse. So I can change hands and mouse with my left hand, which is going to be really fucking weird, but I think that I can do it. And then I don't really need to hit the keyboard very often. And when I do, I can just pause the game and use my left hand instead of my right hand. So that's the only game. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to play anything like Myst Survival or Subsistence or any of that kind of stuff because you got to move, use the keyboard and the mouse at the same time. And I can't do that, but I got to do something while I'm outside or I will die from boredom. And, it's nice, so I am going to sit outside and enjoy the day on all that fun stuff. So anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. This is like going a little farther or going a little longer than I had already expected. So I'm going to get another video up. I'm going to post this up, and then I'm going to try to get the other video up at some point later. I'm going to go lay down because I'm feeling tired already. So it makes me sleepy. All the stuff going on. Anesthesia probably a little tiny bit, but not too much now. Plus I took some drugs and all that fun stuff. So I'm going to go do that. So thank you all for being cool people, and for my 16 subscribers, and Jimmy D for your tips, even though I didn't get to see them. I'll keep you in mind if I have any questions. Y'all be cool. Be safe. There's a bunch of stuff going on. Be safe from all of it. So, the COVID, California's on, the West Coast is on fire. The East Coast is getting wet. Not the East Coast, the South Coast, whatever. Florida people. In Louisiana, I don't really even know where that hit. But over there somewhere I know, like Pensacola and shit, Florida. So all y'all people, random craziness happening in the world, try to stay away from it. It's really ridiculous out there these days. And so be safe, be kind. It's free. Be nice to people, even if you don't like them. I know that's hard because I don't like a lot of people, and work makes me be nice to them. So I mean, it's terrible, but also it's really not worth the effort sometimes to be a dick. Some people surely deserve it, but it takes a lot of energy to be mad at people all the time. So just be kind and wear your mask. You won't die, I promise. You're going to be okay. So just put the damn thing on and quit complaining. The complaining drives me crazy. And anyways, I will catch you all in the next one. I don't have any more recording to do, but I do have stuff recorded, so you'll see me popping up every once in a while. Hopefully I can maintain my schedule, but as we know, Mondays are a problem. And actually Wednesday was a problem yesterday because I thought I would have all this time before surgery since I took the night off to put up videos, but no, I fell asleep. So yeah, that's what happened. Anyway, I'm up out of here. You guys be cool. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.